Here are the tools you'll need to install your ceiling fan. You may also need a drill with a 9/64 bit and a ladder to reach the high places. Lay all of the parts out on the table in front of you to make sure that you have everything. Reference your owner's manual and parts guide. You'll notice that the symbols in the parts guide will match the corresponding shapes on the hardware bags. Be sure to cut your power off at the breaker before you begin installation. You will start by installing the ceiling bracket. Thread the wires through the center of the ceiling bracket, press it flush against the ceiling, and install it using the screws and washers provided. Next, you will be attaching the grommets to the blades. Now is a good time to get a friend to help you install the grommets. Next, you will be hanging and wiring the motor. While holding the wires out of the way, lift the motor assembly and place the square hanger into the opening in the ceiling bracket. Once the motor is in place, use the 2 locking screws to secure the motor to the ceiling bracket. Connect the appropriate wires using the wire connectors provided. After your wires are connected, gently push them back into the ceiling bracket. Next, you will be installing your motor housing. You'll notice there is a raised dimple on each side of the motor housing. This will assist you in the installation of this piece. Raise the motor housing up and over the motor and the ceiling bracket. Use the hardware provided to install the 4 motor housing screws and tighten them with a screwdriver. Next, you'll be assembling the blades. Choose which side of the blade you'd like to have facing down. Line up the blade with the blade iron. And install using the blade iron screws. Lightly attach the blade irons to the motor with the screws provided, then securely tighten after both screws are attached. Next, we will be installing the switch housing. Pre-install 2 housing assembly screws halfway into the bottom of the motor. Feed the wire plug through the center hole of the upper switch housing cap. Then wrap the keyhole slots around the screws and twist counterclockwise. Then insert the 3rd screw and securely tighten all 3 screws. Next, you will be assembling the light kit. Pre-install 2 of the switch housing screws into the side of the upper switch housing cap. Next, connect the plugs from the upper and lower switch housing. Make sure to line up the color markings on the connectors. Lift the lower switch housing and twist it clockwise into place and secure it by tightening all 3 screws. Once you've installed the switch housing, be sure to install your light bulb before moving on to the next step. Now we are going to install the glass bowl. Loosen the thumb screws, insert the bowl into the fixture and re-tighten the thumb screws securely. Be careful not to over-tighten. Then connect the appropriate light and fan pendants. Congratulations, you've installed your Hunter low-profile ceiling fan. Use the pull chains to adjust your light and fan speeds. Be sure to visit our website for additional product features and warranty information.